Previously on the Order 1986. I shall see you later, my friend. Is that your morning makeup or afternoon makeup? Detective Ingram had been stabbed by a pistol. I'm gonna fucking murder your family. Why do they call me Galahad? Catching a fucking train. Get off the radio, they can hear me. Lance immediately transformed into some horror beast. What the fuck was that? He did a 360-degree projectile vomit all around himself. I am better than you, animal! Half his fucking torso had been ripped off by the lichen. I've had enough of you! Galahad screamed! He famished and screaming in horror. Ah! Ah! Oh, Chapter 5, The Order 1886. Galahad emerged from the table, some of the bloody goo from his facial remains remaining behind on it, pooling up in some sort of cesspool. It was sticky like a jello at this point. He creepily walked upon Lady Faversham, pretending to grab her ass as he walked away. Unfortunately, she was talking to her father, Ian McKellen, the Lord Chancellor of the Order. He barked at her some orders about keeping secrets and such. "You're my prize," he said. In a very perverse and seductive glare emerged on his face. Galahad paid no attention as he walked away from his boss and his daughter doing some weird things with each other. He didn't want to talk about it. He was super pissed and real angry. At this instance, Lord Thorpe, Leon Thorpe, was talking to Nikola Tesla. Tesla wearing his specialty cap. And oh shit! The villain of the game, Jack the Ripper, emerged with Wiggly and Alistair McKellen, the son of Ian McKellen. Jack the Ripper continued talking about special journeys to Lord Hastings. He's like, hey, you'll have a very safe trip on this boat, the Titanic, I assure you. The boat's name, HMS Titanic! He was gonna cross the Atlantic Ocean. However, for those of us with a more temporal understanding of reality, we all know what happens on that ship. Leon Thorpe began accusing Alistair McKellen of various accusations. I think you're a fucking lichen! Leon growled immediately at Alistair's face. Alistair's flawless, handsome face, retorting with, "At least I'm not a drunk. At least I don't have a problem, my cocaine," he said, making fun of Leon Thorpe's inherent British accent, in addition to alluding to a potential cocaine problem that one Leon Thorpe might have had at some point in his life. You could see the white on his mustache wasn't from aging. No. That was probably just trace amounts of cocaine dust. Managed to accrue on his facial hair. Alistair sent Leon on his way. "Yes, you understand your place, slave," he said. Leon ran over to Pierre, who was managing to take in the sight of his other sister, Lady Faversham. As Lady Faversham realized that maybe Alistair was her half-brother. What in the fuck? "This family just keeps growing," I said. That's me. Pierre approached Galahad after. "Hey, are you okay? I can't tell if you're smiling or frowning." Galahad sighed, realizing his face was now stuck in a permanent position because the skin had been retrieved from the lichen's body and actually crudely, of 1886 technology, stapled on. It had a permanent expression like a stroke victim gone awry. However, one side began to droop, unfortunately. It kind of looked like that scene in that shitty movie AI, where that boy, his face starts drooping, exposing all the fleshy bits. A fly, a lone fly, landed in one of the fleshy bits. It was totally disgusting. No one could look at him in the eye. Galahad was approached by Alistair McKellen. "Hey, I want you to be the sobering mind to Leon Thorpe." "Are you saying I have an alcohol problem, you cunt?" Galahad yelled at Alistair. "I don't have to listen to you. You might be the boss's kid. You're not my boss. I think you're a fucking werewolf with that hair, piece of shit." Galahad screamed, making Alistair run away like the white trash he was. The redneckness was not covered. Fuck. His long hair didn't cover that red neck. Galahad quipped, making fun of Alistair behind his back in his own house. And what a lovely house it was, full of ancient Arthurian architecture. What a treat. Absolutely amazing. Galahad immediately was off-putted by Tesla's advances. I don't want to go down an elevator with you, he remarked. Trying to open a door? I guess doors don't open in this time, he said. Realizing he was the time traveler, reluctantly, Galahad stepped onto the service elevator with one Nikola Tesla. Oh, you're a scientist, he said. Tesla remarked. Tesla continued, I'm only the greatest scientist ever known to man. I invented electricity, he said, levitating above the elevator itself, his eyes glowing with energy rays. It's clear he was the master of something. Something dark and something secret. Galahad said, oh yeah? You invented power, batteries and such? What great discoveries. I only invented time travel, you stupid fuck! Galahad screamed. I made the greatest scientific discovery of this era, of any era, of all the time, all eras, you bitch! He totally one-upped Nikola Tesla on this round. However, Nikola Tesla said, this might be a problem that I'm not facing. He said, looking directly Galahad in the eye and realizing that Galahad was kind of shocked as a single tear formed on Galahad's fleshy bits, rolling down and hitting one of his outer face that had been transplanted on after the surgery. Tesla said he was going to tighten it up, and reluctantly he approached Galahad, and he actually started tightening the screws and crude staples up. Now Galahad's face was back to normal almost. None of the fleshy bits exposed, however, the color on it began deteriorating. It looked more like a yellowy, pungently dead flesh bit. Galahad approached the newspaper, seeing one Thomas Alva Edison defaced with what appeared to be a giant swastika. Nikola Tesla called him a fucking Nazi, as he liked to draw on his papers. That's how he discovered things. Immediately on the back, immediately on the fucking back, turn the fucking thing over! God damn it! Oh. Galahad once again flipped over the page, reading, "May the best man win," from one Thomas Alva Edison. Galahad remarked, "I think we know how that ends." "Hey, Nikola, when I go back in time, you die." Ha ha ha. Nikola Tesla was busy working on things. Many things. Manly things. All around his office, he designed the first blimps, a subsonic radio, a resonator for the skies. He invented the turbine jet, as you can see, and various other electricity appliances. This was an iPad of 1886, a soda pop machine. Of course, it was more complicated than in Galahad's own time. He wasn't used to such primitive technology. However, Tesla did offer his services in getting the time device back so that one John Smith, aka Galahad, could return to his own time period. Galahad approached the subsurface resonator. "Oh, this'll make sure that I can get back to my own time in time," he said. 1886 would love something like this. "Don't touch that!" Tesla screamed. Galahad, realizing he'd done something wrong like a child, caught in the midst of doing something evil, he quickly dropped it, pretended he knew nothing of what he had picked up. Galahad read the paper. It was clearly encrypted. Oh no, it was written in standard English. I guess someone isn't capable of reading. On the flip side of the paper, Galahad noted a fine, busty woman. and what appeared to be a hardened substance crusted all around the paper. Disgusting, he said, throwing it down. He knew what it was. This could be a lonely office at times. No one around here. Recklessly, Galahad approached the giant electrical ray, touching it. Ah! Oh, I feel it! I feel it! Oh! He said as the electricity caressed his testicles universally. It was quite the experience. Galahad approached Tesla once more. Hello, show me your wares. Tesla urged him to step into the time portal one more time. And he did. Galahad reached in, stepping his hand into the electrical unit. This is a flask? Oh, that's absolutely amazing. A double hole flask, Galahad said in amazement, bewildered at the invention that Nikola Tesla had invented. Oh, it expands too! A secret chamber. Perhaps this can be used to store other goods. Non-alcoholic goods, Galahad quipped. Tesla continued explaining the purpose of it. This isn't a flask, he restrained himself from swearing. He's like, you idiot. It's a goddamn electrical current generator. Tesla, with the reserve of an angel, began screaming at Galahad's own incompetence. Did you not know how to use it? You press one and then the other. You're getting electrocuted, you fool! Galahad noted the invention. It was absolutely terrifying. It started moving in his hands. What did you make me do, Tesla? Galahad began getting shocked. He immediately burst into flames. As the electricity went into his body, it was terrible. Stop it, idiot! Galahad screamed as Tesla had a cocky grin on his face, leading Galahad through the laboratory. Perhaps you should see this device instead. Now get the fucking fire extinguisher! Galahad screamed. Tesla did nothing. He watched Galahad burst up into flames, the pathetic fool he was. He let Galahad die that day. That way, the letter that Galahad had wrote would eventually be sent back to his own time, of which Nikola Tesla had already pointed out how Galahad died, and his facial impairments. This way, when Galahad went back in time originally, he wouldn't have to get his face chewed off. However, it still happened, and we were still here, because that was all in Tesla's imagination. Tesla's wildly active imagination, thinking he'd created something when he actually, in fact, created nothing. Yes, that's right, the unholy truth about Nikola Tesla. Galahad said, screaming at Tesla's face, "You're not an inventor, you don't know what inventions are." Tesla remarked about Galahad's shooting prowess. "Your skills are so grand," he said, as Galahad missed every single shot. Galahad even had an additional scope that could go in further. That did nothing. He missed every single shot firing into the walls. It actually became a danger for the whole office. He almost hit one of the employees. One of Tesla's lesser-than employees.
Some muffling might be in order as well.
Tesla was disappointed as usual in Galahad, but Galahad quipped, "It's not me. It's clearly your stupid rifle."
The office tempting.
Tesla just looked at Galahad with great disappointment, like a teacher looking on a child who did nothing right in their whole goddamn life. Galahad continued, going over to one of the desk drawers where he picked up another flask-looking object. "Oh, I wonder what this does," he said, handing it to Pierre. Pierre, quickly, rectally inserting the object into his anus. "What the fuck is with this game?" Jimbothy asked. That's me. "Oh," Lady Faversham said, screaming as she saw what Pierre had done. But Pierre had secrets of his own. Dark secrets. Hideous secrets. Cold, steel, metallic secrets. Secrets that Tesla had known that we would discover in future chapters. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this Let's Play. Be sure to leave a like, share it on social media. It always helps me out. I appreciate if you guys could show some love to this series. It's new for me to do a Let's Play. And I hope you guys are enjoying it very much. Peace out. I will see you in the next episode of The Order 1986.